Open Obsidian, open your vault, and make sure the File Explorer sidebar is visible. If it isn't, hit the little folder icon in the left ribbon, or press Ctrl plus Shift plus E. Right-click anywhere in the sidebar and create 3 new folders. Name them Documentation, Processes, and Resources. That's it. You now have the entire folder scaffold for a business documentation system that actually stays tidy as you grow. Now, if you walked away right now and started dropping notes into those folders, you'd already be in better shape than most teams I've consulted for. But let's build the inside so it becomes a connected knowledge base, not just a digital filing cabinet. I'm going to walk you through the 3 core notes that turn this into a living system: the documentation dashboard, the process library, and the resource library, and I'll show you the linking habits, properties, and maintenance workflows I use daily after running my own consulting business inside Obsidian for 3 years. First, open the documentation folder. Create a new note called Documentation Dashboard. This is your homepage, your launchpad. In Obsidian, the note title is the file name, so make it descriptive. Don't use generic names like Doc1. At the top of this note, add a heading 1, #documentation dashboard. Below it, I like to set up 5 anchored sections right away: business documents, recent updates, important policies, active processes, and review schedule. You can copy the headings in, but the real power comes from what you link inside them. A beginner mistake I made early on was treating the dashboard as a static table of contents. Don't do that. Treat it like a mission control board that you update every time you touch a document. Under Business Documents, use bullet points and link to individual notes you'll create later. Just type double brackets AOSAs and give a name, like AAAAAAAAAAs. That creates the link even if the note doesn't exist yet, and Obsidian will prompt you to create it when you click. I keep a short list of active docs here, not every single file, so my dashboard never turns into a cluttered index. The recent updates section is a rolling log. I drop a dated line with a 1-sentence summary and a link to the changed note. For example, May 15, 2025, updated remote work policy, remote work guidelines. This single section has saved me hours of hunting through the File Explorer when a team member asks what changed last quarter. The Important Policies section is just a curated list of the policies you reference most often. Link them and add a short description. Under Active Processes, I link to the Process Library note, and also to any high-priority process notes that currently need attention. And the Review Schedule, I type date, followed by the next review date and a linked note. That tiny line keeps documentation from rotting. I've seen startups lose months because a process note described a vendor they'd fired. Don't let that happen. Now, within the documentation folder, you'll create separate notes for each business document, policy, or internal reference. The rule I follow ruthlessly: 1 topic, 1 note. A company expense policy gets its own note, a client onboarding procedure gets its own note. This granularity is the secret to Obsidian's power. Later, you'll be able to link, tag, and find exactly what you need without wading through a monster document. When you create these notes, use an H1 title and start with a brief summary sentence that tells the reader what the document covers and who it's for. I also add a set of front matter properties at the top of every document note. Just click the 3 dots in the note, select Add File Property, and add category policy, department, operations, status active, owner, last updated. In Obsidian 1.5 and later, those properties are searchable and can be displayed in the File Explorer as columns, which makes filtering a breeze. More on that in a minute. Next, move into the Processes folder and create the Process Library note. This note acts as a master index for every process and procedure you document. I start it with an H1, #process library, and then a section for business processes. Under that, I list each process as a link to its dedicated note. IGFOR processing, client offboarding, quarterly review workflow. Below the list, I embed a lightweight template that I replicate in every individual process note to keep things consistent. The template looks like this: process name, department, status, last updated, related documents, review notes, and a note section for freeform. I literally paste this block into the process library note so I can copy it when I create a new process. This consistency means that when my assistant opens any process note, they see the same shape and know exactly where to look for the status or related links. Now the real magic. When you create an individual process note, like Ninja, link it back to the process library. to the documentation dashboard, and to any associated resources. For example, if the process uses a specific form, link to that form note in the resources folder. If it relates to a company policy, link there too. I do this obsessively. The first minute I spend after writing a new process note is just linking. It feels like overhead, but 3 months later, when you're debugging a workflow that went off the rails, you can retrace every step through linked notes. And Obsidian's local graph view will show you at a glance which processes are the most connected, often the ones that need the most attention. Organize your process notes by whatever slicing feels natural for your business. Department, function, review date. I use tags heavily here. I'll add hash operations, hash finance, hash onboarding to the note body or front matter. Then I can search tag hash finance and pull every related process. Don't overthink folder nesting. 3 folders is deliberate. Resist the urge to create subfolders for each department. I tried that early on and ended up with a nest 10 layers deep that I couldn't navigate. Flat folders with aggressive linking and tagging work better. Your search bar becomes your navigation. Now the resources folder. Create the resource library note. This will hold your templates, forms, checklists, and reference guides. Anything that supports your core documentation but isn't a policy or process itself. I structure it with sections: templates, forms, reference documents, useful links, and notes. Under templates, I link to notes like Nibyanashan Trulbold, project brief template. The key is that these template notes hold the actual content, not just a link to a PDF. In Obsidian, you can make a note a true template by turning on the Templates core plugin and dropping it in a templates folder. But for this system, keeping it inside resources works fine, because you can just open the note and copy-paste the content. I also store frequently used external links here to vendor portals or government forms, using a markdown link, IRSiv, for spend. Go to your documentation dashboard and add internal links to both the process library and the resource library. In the active processes section, I often have a line like current processes, Vorspend, Vivda. And in the resource library, link back to the dashboard. This triangle turns your 3 notes into a tight web. From any entry point, you're 1 click away from the others. When I'm onboarding a new team member, I give them the documentation dashboard and say, start here. Click any link and explore. In less than 10 minutes, they understand how the business operates because the links tell a story. Properties will take this further. In each note, open the Properties panel and add custom fields. I always add category, department, status, owner, last updated, and review date. For a process note, category might be process, department HR, status active, owner Carla, last updated June 1st, 2025, review date December 1st, 2025. Now go to the File Explorer, click the filter icon, and you can sort or filter by any property. Need all HR processes that are due for review? Filter department is HR, and review date is before August 1st, 2025. This only works if you are disciplined about entering the data. I'll be honest, it took me 6 months to build the habit. Now I don't create a note without setting at least status and owner. Tags are your other retrieval superpower. I use a small set: hash documentation, hash policy, hash process, hash template, hash reference, hash archive. Keep them lowercase and consistent. When you add tags, use them in the note body or in front matter under the tags property. Then open the tag pane in the right sidebar. Every tag note groups there. Click hash process and you see every process note instantly. I also use the OmniSearch plugin for lightning fast fuzzy search, but even vanilla Obsidian search with tag combined queries is powerful. Finally, let's define a living documentation workflow. Every time something changes in your business, a new hire, a regulation update, a tool switch, follow 4 steps. 1. Create a new note for the update if it's a new process or policy, or open the existing one. 2. Write or update the content directly. Don't stash a note to do later. 3. Immediately link it to the dashboard, process library, and any related notes. 4. Update the recent updates section on the documentation dashboard with a dateline and link. That's it. Quarterly, I block an hour to review all notes with a review date before today. Check for accuracy, and either update or archive them. I archive by adding the hash archive tag and moving the note to an archive folder if I want, but usually the tag alone suffices. Don't delete old notes. You'll want the history when a dispute arises or an auditor comes knocking. You now have a business documentation system in Obsidian that is a single, searchable, connected knowledge base. The 3 folders, documentation, processes, resources, keep your files sane. The 3 controller notes, dashboard, process library, resource library, give you top-level navigation and at-a-glance status. Internal links, properties, and tags tie everything together so you find things in seconds, not minutes. Start small. Build the folder structure and dashboard today. Add 1 process and 1 resource this week and link them. Revisit the dashboard every Friday and update the recent updates log. Before you know it, your vault will be the one place everyone trusts for the answer. If you want, save this video as a reference so you can walk through the setup whenever you onboard a new team member, and I'll see you in the next one.